welcome to Lemon Drops, brought to you by the Smoky Lemon crew, where we're talking branding, marketing and everything in between. So grab a coffee, sit back and let's drop in. So welcome back to Lemon Drops, and I have a very special guest again with us today. We have Juno Gin's Jo James. Morning to Jo.
Hello Anna, how are you?
Very good, thank you. Now this is a cool podcast because, well, I love Juno Gin, so let's not beat around the bush.
Wrong.
Yeah. From science to spirits, the story of Juno Gin, and Jo is actually fresh from her Woman in Food and Drink Award recognition, Jo.
Oh yeah, I'm super proud of this.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid hunk of crystal. My first thought was you could either brick someone with it, but then it's like, actually, I am incredibly proud of this.
Yeah.
What a surprise moment.
So what was that? Let's crack straight into that. What were you awarded that for, Jo?
So this is Cuisine Magazine's Women in Food and Drink, or Food and Beverage, Influential Women, and this is specifically the Food Science and Technology Award, which is sponsored by Massey University.
Wow. So it was a surprise? You didn't know you were receiving it?
I had no idea.
Goodness
it was,
me.
and there was some fabulous. I know 50 fabulous women in the room, and their partners and their friends, and it was
And you won it out of 50 women.
That's it.
Wow. How did that make you feel?
Actually, really proud.
Yeah.
Just mainly because it's been around influence. So, you know, when we think about scientists, you often have this picture of a white coat, a beard. So we're talking blokes.
Yeah, true.
Usually in a back room, doesn't usually talk to people. And I think about all the incredible women who have provided commentary, public commentary. So during COVID,
Yes.
some of our fabulous scientists who, you know, share information and understanding, and to be recognised for doing that in the beverage sector is incredible.
It's huge, yeah. Very well deserved, because you did come from a science background, right?
Yeah, my first degree is a Bachelor of Science in microbiology and genetics, actually.
So how did that lead you into the world of gin?
Well, funnily enough, it didn't. It was really interesting. At university, there were, you know, I had quite a big class. Microbiology was a popular subject. And we had people who were going to be working in the wine industry and the beer industry. And I was kind of like, my heroes, you know, that's amazing. And I was like, I don't know what I'll be doing. In fact, I ended up working in London as group microbiologist for Beecham Products.
Okay.
And they make an array of pharmaceuticals, but also food and beverage. And my role was sort of like Hercule Poirot, in that,
What does that mean?
so if they had a factory anywhere in the world that had a microbiological problem, so like bottles of quash going boom,
Okay, yeah.
they'd send me out and I'd go, what's causing it? Why? And how is it happening? And my job was to be the detective to find out what was happening.
Yeah.
Brilliant job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did the Juno Gin come about then, which of course you co-founded with your husband Dave?
That's right. So I worked in the food industry for many years actually, and then we moved to Australia, and I became an environmental scientist there, so working with a community program looking at water quality across the Nurramunga Corner Inlet catchment.
Okay.
It was actually a project that won a World Environment Day award, which is awesome.
Look at you with your award. Yeah, cool.
So that was amazing. Yeah. And so again, that was an opportunity. All of my testing work was done at the local high schools. So they actually so students would see a scientist at work, which I thought was really important to role model that science can look some different ways.
Yeah.
So then we moved to Melbourne, and I thought, what haven't I done? So we've just been talking. I have been a music teacher.
Yes, yeah.
Worked in the food industry.
Concert flautist.
That's it. A few different things. I thought, I've never worked in an office.
Okay.
So I thought, awesome, let's do that.
Yeah.
So I ended up working for the Department of Health and Ageing, the Victorian State Government, and then actually the Commonwealth Government. So of Australia as an epidemiologist.
Okay.
So, and we all know what an epidemiologist is now. So that
Thanks to COVID days.
Yeah, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah.
So I did a further degree in epidemiology, and so I was working in medical, public health, really, and I could see where the Australian health was heading, and it was starting to follow quite an American model for health,
Right.
which seemed to me, to be blunt, unethical. Very much a two-tier system of people with money and people who rely on public health, and
It's frustrating.
it is.
It's a whole nother podcast.
And I didn't have the influence to be able to change that.
Yeah.
So Dave and I thought about it and went, actually, our children have grown up. They've left home. They've finished uni. We're rattling around in Melbourne and we want to be back here. Our mountain was calling to us. And so we went, okay, let's come home.
Brilliant. Because, of course, born in Taranaki, born under the mountain, you come back to the mountain.
That's it. Yeah. And we thought, well, what would we like to do? And we had quite a few great ideas. So ballroom dancing.
Okay.
I know. Dave,
Like taking it or teaching it?
teaching it.
Right,
And I'm like,
okay.
Dave has 2 left feet. This would be a disaster. Oh, free range chickens, dahlia farming. And then we went, what do we really know and love? And Dave has built a number of food factories. He's very experienced in the dairy industry. For myself, I love gin.
Right,
I've always enjoyed it as a drink. So we went, well, let's look at gin consumption patterns, and we could see that people were really interested in it as a category.
Yes.
That people were not drinking more, they were drinking better quality
Right.
and better value. So we thought, actually, this is a moment. Let's do it. So, I mean, a match made in heaven. He built me a gin factory.
I mean, what a keeper.
What a keeper.
And your first distiller has a name. The gin,
The still itself.
distill, yeah.
Yeah, so we had Wee Willie. A little wee sort of 1 or 2 litre still, and then we worked with Rivet Engineering just here in Strandon to adapt another Portuguese alembic still, which we call Jenny, which is sort of short for generous. And then they also designed and built with Dave our large still, 400 litre copper still called Leela.
Wow.
And the cool thing about that was being able to do that design piece meant that we could incorporate one of our values right from the get-go. So I don't know, have you ever worked with your partner? And
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yeah, I have.
and it can be good.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
I was his assistant as a wedding photographer, so he was the boss because he was the main shooter. But yeah, you have 3 really core values when it comes to working as a couple, right?
Absolutely, because we figured neither of us was going to be the boss, and some of the marital ways of solving disputes probably weren't appropriate. Because just holding breath and biting tongue, no.
Doesn't quite work with business. Silent treatment. Yeah. No one's answering the phone.
So our core values are make it fun, make it right, and make it together.
Brilliant.
So that piece about making it right was thinking about people and the planet, and so we wanted to build in sustainability values right from the get-go. So when we worked with Rivet and we were looking at still design, we thought, what are the ways that we can be the most sustainable with this? So how do we handle any waste that's coming off the still? And the way that we've done that means that everything goes to become another food product,
Okay.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
What about our power and the heating? How do we make that the most beneficial? What about the cooling of the still? So designed right from the ground up.
What food things do you make from the leftovers from your gin?
So the spent juniper goes to Gavin Giles. He's a
Oh, the chocolatier.
here in your Plymouth.
Yes. Yeah.
The water that's left in the still has got a lot of flavour and colour. It looks curiously like a beer, and in fact it is re-fermentable.
Okay.
And has become a beer.
Wow.
So the Leela Witch beer, which we did with Three Sisters
Okay.
Brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So, and then the other ingredients, the other botanical ingredients, we have those in their own basket, and that we're working with the Green Loop, who are looking at a composting system.
Great.
Which is designed for citrus heavy compost, because actually earthworms and bacteria and all of that how to make great compost. But
Traditionally, citrus not so good. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And no good for chickens. And so we use
interesting.
a Japanese method of composting that actually makes like a kimchi.
Yeah.
Which the earthworms do love.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
really
much
good.
more than just gin.
All of those people that I admired.
Yeah, amazing. So what did it feel like when it shifted from the idea to this is really happening? We've got a distillery. We are open. We are ginning.
Actually, it's a really big commitment. So we walked away from well-paying jobs, our professions that we were well regarded in, left our children, luckily not little children, they were grown-up children, and came back home. And we went, are we going to take part-time jobs or, is this going to be, a hobby in the garage? And it's like, no, full commitment. You're not going to win at this unless we put everything in, have all the skin in the game.
Because your distillery is down on Borrell Ave. Has it always been there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where you began. Yeah.
So it started out with 100 square metres, and then pretty quickly our landlord said, you're going to grow out of this pot. So we worked with him, and luckily with a government loan to remove 2 other buildings and build a purpose-built tasting room, warehouse. Got a beautiful on-site courtyard where you can just go for a drink.
Stunning, yeah. Because I think that's a myth we should debunk while we've touched on that is you can pop into Juno Gin at any time, right?
Absolutely.
It's not a have to book for a tasting or anything. It's set up like a bar as such.
But a beautiful homely space.
Yes, very much.
That's it.
And snacks and everything on hand.
Yep, of course.
Yeah.
So, we have all of the licenses, all of the licenses.
All of them. Yeah. But I've spent quite a bit of time with you and Dave over the years, and my last recent dealings with you, you were really spending a lot of time on choosing the right glasses to serve your drinks in, because it shows just how important those little details are.
Yeah, the way that aromas move, garnishes. If the garnish isn't adding something to the drink, it's garbage. And same with the glassware. The whole thing needs to be a piece of art. I mean, cocktails aren't cheap.
No.
So we want people to enjoy them right from first seeing it. In fact, even the menu, the description.
Yes, very much. And does everything in your cocktail have to be edible as well? Like if you put it in there, you got to be able to.
Oh yeah. I quite often serve a teaspoon alongside the cup, so you don't miss out on that beautiful boysenberry
At the bottom. So, Juno known for its locally sourced botanicals.
Absolutely.
So how important was it to create something truly of Taranaki?
Really key, and that's about that make it together piece. So we didn't want to be just creating something that just another gin. We really wanted to build something for the whole community. So that piece about incorporating horticulturalists. And of course, if you're going to ask someone to grow something that's never been grown in New Zealand before, things like orris root or angelica, the juniper, which is a Northern Hemisphere plant, then you need to have some research. So we've done a lot of work with Massey. So hence this award, the Massey one, just saying. So a lot of research work with Massey University, which we've open sourced for both the horticulturalists. So they provide the labour, we provide the funding for the research, and then they have access to that to be able to sell their botanical ingredients to anyone.
Yeah.
We've also open sourced it to the whole distilling community because we really want something that is amazing for New Zealand.
Absolutely, yeah.
Our Sauvignon Blanc is more famous than our All Blacks.
Well,
Who would have thought?
That is true.
Yeah, so I want our spirits to be as famous as our Sauvignon Blanc.
Absolutely.
And the only way we can do that is tapping into our own beautiful terroir.
Yeah, beautiful. And because you started out, Juno, like initially you'd release an edition every season, right? So there'd be like summer, winter, autumn, spring.
Which we still do.
Yeah.
So since 2017 was our first seasonal gin. Every 3 months we're really tapping into what's growing abundantly. We get not just horticulturalists, but people saying, hey, I've got this huge crop of European clover. I mean, that was my honest one.
Yeah. Because by the time this podcast comes out, we probably would have released your autumn gin, because there's an interesting ingredient in that one, right?
There is.
Yeah.
I like I like gin a lot. I loathe parsnip. I've never liked it, and neither does Dave. So I thought, right, let's step away from prejudice and embrace trying something.
So it's parsnip infused. What is it like?
It is actually beautiful. It's got a rich nuttiness to it. It doesn't taste of parsnip as I think of parsnip. It just brings that nutty and also a little more bitterness. So it's got some real character.
Parsnip does have a bit of bitterness.
It does.
So did you have to get a field full of parsnip? Like, how does that happen?
No.
Yeah. No, we can't give away all the secrets. No, fair enough, yeah.
But let's just say the south of New Zealand with their really cold, hard winters make a really rich, sweet parsnip.
They do better
So
parsnip
that's
on
my hint.
South Island. We'll give them that. Yeah. So, because you are just approaching on 10 years of Juno Gin too, right? Yeah.
We are.
Yeah, which is amazing.
It is so exciting. If you think about it, we formed our company in 2015.
Right.
Then we moved to New Zealand in 2016, so we were fully in.
Yes.
So here we are in 2026.
10 years on.
So our business has been running for 10 years, and our labels this year for our seasonal gins really celebrate that feeling of coming home. So we've got beautiful buildings or not beautiful buildings, and we're having a play.
It's tricky.
So beautiful Taranaki, New Plymouth buildings.
Yeah.
Anzac Day in 2027 is our 10th anniversary of our local launch of Juno Extra Fine Gin.
Amazing. And like, because Juno is like, it's so popular, and when I go to places out of town, I see a lot of places have it as an option as well. So your product is sourced from other parts of the country as well.
Yes. So we have a number of stockists. We have a national distributor, which is Campari, actually, which is
That's a cool.
Yeah,
that's a nice food in itself, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But I think for myself, one of the things that I want for the Juno brand is to be like the Whitakers of the spirits world.
Yes.
So that most trusted brand.
Yes.
So you know that if you're buying it, you know that it's going to be good. Might not necessarily be to your taste, but it's still of a gold medal standard.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we put our gins into competition every single year since 2017, and we have gold medals every year. And then last year, so 2025, I brought home 7 trophies like this one for the Juno and for our Vesta coffee vodka.
Goodness me. Yeah. So that's a nod like every year.
Goldiest of the gold.
Yes. Because you have branched into vodka side of things as well.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Like it is very entertaining. When our team won the trophy for for our plain vodka, our neutral vodka, my acceptance speech went, well, this feels awkward. I've always thought of vodka as a failed gin.
Oh, yes, true.
But actually it's so much more. And now that as a spirits distiller, I really get a way better picture of what vodka actually is.
Yeah, right.
It is a subtle and interesting beast.
Especially when you add coffee to it.
Well, the thing is, it's actually about the water.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So water is a really key ingredient for making spirits, the mouthfeel, the texture, whether it's crystalline or sharp or smooth.
So do you have to get special water in, or?
We have worked with local spring water people, and
It's the best.
Stratford, actually. Another hint.
In the heart of Taranaki.
Oh, there you go.
Exactly.
There's the water.
So what, has there been a moment where you thought, look, we've built something really special here? Like, have you had moments like that of just pure pride?
Absolutely. Yeah. In fact, I was at a town hall meeting with a number of other distillers. So we have Distilled Spirits Aotearoa, which is the peak body for all of these beautiful New Zealand distilleries. And take a guess how many there are.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Over 160 of us.
Distilleries in New Zealand?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, road trip.
Yeah, imagine that. Goodness me, you need a few days. Yeah.
So I was on a call with a few of the other ones, having a conversation about, the industry itself and the challenge this year, which has followed on from a challenge last year, which has followed on from a challenge the year before. You know, it is not an easy time for the industry.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to finish on a bleak note. So it was like, well, what is the thing that's making us proud? And for many of us, it's actually our staff, our team, our people. And, you know, a number of us are having to step out of the day-to-day business and do different aspects of things. So for me, I do a lot of work on behalf of Distilled Spirits Aotearoa, so representing the industry to government and to media. And for a number of us, we've had to spend more time on the road talking about our products. So you've got a team back at home base, and they are amazing.
They make the difference. And you have a fantastic team at Juno.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone's so happy there. It's such a good vibe, you know.
It is brilliant. And they are the difference between, you know, work and joy.
Absolutely.
Make it fun, our first core value.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Well, if you have not tried Juno Gin and you do enjoy gin and you are over the age of 18, we should put that in there, then get amongst Juno Gin. I mean, they've got a great story, locally owned, locally operated, locally created. Joe, this is just a touch of your story. There's so much to share, but we really appreciate you coming on and podcasting with us today. And of course, how do people find out a bit more about Juno Gin?
Jump on the website.
Yeah.
Juno Gin.
.co.nz, or you can find them on Borrelab. Thank you so much for your time, Joe.
Thanks, Anna.
And shout out to Dave too. Legends. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
We'll catch you next time on Lemon Drops.